Hello everyone, my name is Jin. I'm a full-time mom and a property investor in the UK. I specialize in family lets in the northeast of England. Now in my last video, we looked at why you should not just buy one property with cash in your property investment journey. This is what we call leveraging on your cash. Now, if you missed it, you can have a look at the video at this link above. But this week, I'd like to share with you how you can multiply the returns even further by learning how to leverage on price, or what some people would call buying at discount. Now let's look at the example that we last used where Dahlia used her £100,000 to buy a total of 4 houses by spending £25,000 on each property and using mortgage loans to finance the rest. She already had an advantage as compared to Denny, who only used his £100,000 to buy one house with cash. Now let's imagine that Dahlia made a little more effort and negotiated a 20% discount every time she bought a property. Now if you're thinking to yourself, I can't negotiate anything for the life of it, I'll ask you to just hold that thought for now and understand why this skill is worth your time to learn. Okay, so Dahlia negotiated a 20% discount for each property. This means that she's buying the property for £80,000 each, even though they would sell on the open market for £100,000 each. It also means that the 25% deposit that she needs to put down for each house is now only £20,000 instead of £25,000, and the mortgage is £60,000 each. So Dahlia can now use the remaining £20,000 that she saved from negotiating on the price to buy the 5th house instead of just being able to buy 4 houses when she didn't negotiate on the price, or the one house that poor Denny only has. So when the market goes up by 10%, the houses are now worth £110,000 each. So £10,000 of equity growth is gained. Multiply that by 5 houses, and that gives us £50,000 of equity growth when the market goes up only by 10%. But don't forget that Dahlia got a £20,000 discount when she purchased each house. So she has actually made £20,000 multiplied by 5 houses, which equals to £100,000 of equity growth just from the discount alone. So in total, out of the 5 houses, Dahlia has now achieved £150,000 of equity growth, even though the market has only gone up by 10%. The amazing thing is that Dahlia still only invested £100,000. More excitingly, if Dahlia remortgages these houses, she can get a new mortgage of £82,500 on each property. And with the existing mortgage of only £60,000, it means that £22,500 can be raised from each property. Multiplying that by 5 property, that's £112,500 of equity released. And this equity release is not taxable. So by doing these 2 strategies, Dahlia only invested £100,000, and by leveraging on cash and price, she got all her £100,000 investment back out, even though the market still only went up 10%. She could then use that money to do this all over again, or to get more properties, of course, or use that to pay herself. And since she did not need to sell the properties to get this money, Dahlia still retains these 5 properties, which continue to generate rental income and grow in equity over time for future releases. That's a phenomenal position to be in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're starting out on your property journey, feel free to reach out and we can have a chat. With that, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.